This is a pie chart. This pie chart represents the percentage of points made up by the four main categories of the first LEGO League Global Robotics Competition. It is an even distribution of the Robot Game Score, Robot Design, Innovation Project, and Core Values scores. The scores from each of these categories are combined to create a tournament score used to rank teams based on how well-rounded they are. But the formula used to calculate this tournament score is not public knowledge. So that made me ask a couple of questions. What's the secret formula? Is the pie chart split into fourths actually accurate? How important is the innovation project? And does a team's core values score really matter? Well, I did some math, and the results are somewhat shocking. In order to investigate, first I went to several qualifiers and volunteered as a judge. Which, by the way, I highly recommend any coach or parent that wants to better understand the judging process, go volunteer at a local event. You also usually get free food, so that's cool too. At each of these qualifiers, I recorded the results of the team's judging and the robot match scores. I also want to note that this information is private, as to not display the actual rank score to any of the teams. That being said, I recorded the data without the actual team name or number attached to it. I also wrote down their tournament average score, which is usually kept private, in the deliberation room. After I had gathered a sample of real scoring data, my next challenge was to reverse engineer it into a scoring formula. Now, I'm not a statistics expert, so I had to use ChatGPT to determine what this secret formula really is. I gave ChatGPT the data, and well, I got interesting results to say the least. There was one version that said core values was worth 75% of the total tournament score, and another said robot table score was worth 80, both of which seemed a little outlandish. Eventually, after some trial and error and talking to my calculus professor, I finally came up with a formula and a point apportionment that made sense. So again, to remind everyone, core values plus innovation project plus robot design plus robot best match equals average tournament score. And to put this into numbers, basically you take the team's score in each category and divide it by the maximum score available. Then each category must be multiplied by a specific weighting before being added together. This is the formula including the weights. The equation shown here, however, has estimated weights, not the actual weights, since there was a lot of decimals. Using this formula, we can now estimate what the real first LEGO League pie chart looks like. This is what the actual apportionment is for first LEGO League Challenge. And it's very different from the original pie chart, made of fourths. You may notice two very distinct differences. Core values is dominantly worth more than any other single category. And secondly, the robot table score is the most unimportant factor, making up only 12% of a team's tournament score. So, the robot doesn't matter? Well, sort of. The robot design still accounts toward the robot in a way, but more or less, robot design has more to do with how a team communicates the engineering design process than how successful their robot actually is. In conclusion, this hidden secret pie chart demonstrates that First LEGO is not about building robots, but about teaching students how to be problem solvers while working as a team, which at the end of the day, isn't that more important? Thank you for watching. If you learned something new from this video, make sure to comment below what you thought was most surprising about the first LEGO League point apportionment. Also, make sure to subscribe for more videos like this in the future. See you next time!